What's going on, guys? It's Gaming God here, and today I'm bringing you guys a commentary going over some of the things you're going to need to start a gaming YouTube channel. And I just had my first day of school. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I guess it was okay. Whatever. But anyways, let's get into the commentary. So the first thing you're going to need for a gaming YouTube channel is a microphone. You absolutely positively need a microphone because nothing is commentary-less. There's no videos I ever see anymore that don't have commentaries or live commentaries or anything voice related. Every single video that I watch nowadays has a voice with it, so microphones are absolutely mandatory because everybody wants to see commentary. Nobody wants to see just plain gameplay. That's boring. And some of the microphones that I recommend, and these two microphones that I'm about to recommend are for low budget. The first microphone that I recommend is the Blue Snowball, and the second microphone that I recommend is the Blue Snowball Ice. And you may be wondering, what's the difference between the Blue Snowball and the Blue Snowball Ice? Well, the Blue Snowball Ice only has one polar pattern, and it's called cardioid. And basically what that means is that the Blue Snowball Ice only records from the front of the microphone, and there's nothing you can do to change it. But with the Blue Snowball, just the normal Blue Snowball, you have three polar patterns. One is cardioid, which is what I just told you. It only records from the front of the microphone. The second one is cardioid with a 10 decibel pad, so it only records from the front of the microphone, and it takes away 10 decibels. So that's for music and stuff. And then the third polar pattern is for interviews and stuff, and it records in a 360 degrees around the Blue Snowball microphone itself. So yeah, like I said before, that's good for interviews and other things like that where people gather around the microphone just talking into it. So the next couple of microphones that I'm recommending are microphones that cost quite a bit of money, and these aren't cheap. You're not going to find these for the price you're going to find the Blue Snowball microphones at. Blue Snowballs normally go from about $30 if you're lucky to about $70. And yeah, they're just a really good deal, especially if you're getting a good sounding microphone. It's definitely cheap for a good sounding microphone. So yeah, keep that in mind. You don't necessarily have to jump to the best thing, right off the bat. So think about getting a Blue Snowball, and if you just don't think it would work for you, then try to give some of these other recommendations a chance. So the first microphone that I recommend that is, not very good on your budget is the Blue Yeti microphone, and that is actually what I'm using to record this commentary right now. So let me know how you like the sound, and tell me if it's good. Tell me if I'm doing a good job with it, and yeah, that's basically it. So this Blue Yeti microphone has four polar patterns. One is cardioid, which is what I'm on right now. It only records from the front of the microphone. Two is bidirectional, which means it records from the front of the microphone and the back of the microphone. Three is omnidirectional, which means it records in a 360 degrees around the microphone. And the last one is stereo, and that means if I get on the left side of the microphone, you'll hear me in the left side of your ears if you're wearing headphones. And if I get on the right side of the microphone and talking to the right side, you'll hear me on the right side. So that's basically all that is. It's not really useful, but yeah, those are the four polar patterns, and this microphone will cost you around $100, anywhere from $70 all the way up to sometimes even $200. So look around and see what fits your price range. Just look around for these microphones. If you absolutely want the Blue Yeti microphone, just look for good prices. Don't buy anything that's over $200. I mean, that's not gonna do anybody good. So yeah, still look around for prices. So the next microphone that I recommend, and this is another microphone that's not really gonna do good on your budget, but it is a really good microphone, and a lot of YouTubers use it. It is the Audio-Technica AT2020. This is only a microphone for commentaries. It's specifically built for this kind of thing: voiceovers, commentary, podcasts, and yada yada yada. It's only got one polar pattern, and that's cardioid, so it only records from the front of the microphone, nowhere else. There's no way to change it. And that's basically it. And this microphone will run you about the same price range as the Blue Yeti, about maybe $70 all the way up to $200. So just look around for good prices. And the last microphone that I recommend, this is actually what PewDiePie uses. It's called the Blue Spark, and this thing is heavy. This thing is about, the actual microphone itself probably weighs about maybe 3-4 pounds, and that doesn't even include the bass. So yeah, just, I don't see why it matters. Just be prepared for that if you are going to get this microphone. By the way, everything that I'm mentioning in this video will be down in the description, so go check out the description. There's a lot of stuff down there in this video. Getting back on subject, the Blue Spark only records with one polar pattern, and that is cardioid. It only records from the front of the microphone, and that's basically it. So moving on to the next thing you're going to need to start a gaming YouTube channel, and this is only for console, so if you are not a console gamer and you're not interested in making console videos anytime soon, or ever for that matter, then there's an annotation on the screen right now of where you can skip this part of the video and move on to what you will need to make PC videos. And yeah, just go and click on that annotation to skip to the next thing you're going to need, and that next thing is for PC videos. So the thing you're going to need to make console gaming videos is a capture card, and capture cards come in all kinds of shapes and sizes. There's big ones, there's small ones, there's internal ones, there's external, there's a little bit of wires, a lot of bit of wires. There's so many choices. There's sharp image, there's, you know, just regular dull image, there's brilliant colors, there's washed out colors, there's so many options, so definitely look around. But these are the ones that I recommend. Let's get into it. So the first capture card that I recommend is the Elgato Game Capture HD, and this is actually a very small capture card. It's about the size of 2 iPhones stacked on top of each other. It's got a very sharp image to it. It looks awesome, but the colors are kind of faded. The colors are washed out a little bit, but that's not a problem because there are ways you can fix it, and I'll actually get into that in a little bit later in this video. This capture card will cost you about 120 bucks as far as I'm aware. I haven't found any for less. And of course there are some that do cost more than that, but I wouldn't pay any more than 120, especially if you're looking on eBay. So the next capture card that I recommend is the AverMedia Live Gamer Portable, and the reason I recommend this is because the colors are absolutely amazing. There's no editing required when it comes to the colors, but it's not that sharp. It's kind of a dull image compared to the Elgato, but it still looks awesome, and you can fix that. You know, the sharpness issue, you can fix that later, and I will also go into that later in this video, so keep on watching. Oh, and I almost forgot, the price goes anywhere from $100 all the way up to $200, so definitely look around for good prices and get whatever is the best price. And the next capture card that I recommend is the Roxio Game Capture HD Pro. This capture card also doesn't have very good sharpness, but it does have pretty good colors. And this capture card goes from $90 all the way up to $150, so also look around for good prices. And that is all of the capture cards that I recommend. Like I said before, they will all be down in the description, so look down in the description. You can find a lot of stuff in this description, so go and check it out if you are planning on being a gaming YouTube person. So the next thing you're going to need to start a gaming YouTube channel, and this is only for PC, so if you press that skip button now, it'll skip to the next step, or to the next item you're going to need to start your gaming YouTube channel. So if you're not interested in making PC videos, then press that skip button now, and yeah, let's get into it. So to record PC games, you are going to need screen recording software such as Fraps, Bandicam, Mirillis Action, DXTory, or Camtasia. And all of these will be down in the description. Some of them are expensive, some of them are cheap. So just get what you prefer. One of them actually comes with editing software. I'm pretty sure Camtasia comes with editing software, so you can actually edit with that software. So I guess it all just depends what you want, but it's also a lot more expensive than the rest. So just get whatever you can afford and will enjoy. Get trials so that you know what you're buying before you buy it. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So screen recording software. So the next thing you're going to need to make gaming YouTube videos is sound recording software. So you have your microphone, but you don't have anything to record it with. If you don't have sound recording software, you're basically just talking into your microphone. Nothing is being heard by anybody, and you don't have any audio files to put in your videos. It's just bad. And there's some sound recording software out there that's free, so you don't have to pay any money for it. And actually, some of the stuff that's free is actually better than some of the stuff that you pay for. So if you're curious on what I use, I actually use Audacity. It's very, very easy to use. It's free, and there's so many editing tools you can use with this program, and it's so easy. So I definitely recommend Audacity. The second one I recommend is Adobe Audition, and that's basically it. One of them costs money, one of them doesn't, and the one that doesn't cost money has more features than the one that does. So I don't know. You make the decision there. Get a trial on Adobe Audition and get the full version of Audacity and see how you like them. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about sound recording software. So let's move on to the next thing you're gonna need. So the next thing you're going to need for your gaming YouTube videos is editing software, video editing software to be specific. Video editing software will let you add sharpness and color correction to the videos that don't have very good colors or that aren't sharp enough. So let's say you get a Roxio Game Capture HD Pro, and you know the colors are good enough, and it's just not sharp at all. It looks like crap just because it looks so dull looking. You can get sharpness in some of these editing programs that I'm about to tell you about, and I'm not sure about some of them. I'm not sure. The only one that I'm positive about is Sony Vegas Pro. So yeah, I've never used Adobe Premiere Pro or any of that. So that's really all I have to say. I'm recommending what I use. So yeah, let's get into it. The video editing software that I use is obviously Sony Vegas Pro 13. To be specific, you know, there's different versions of Sony Vegas Pro, and I use the 13th version of it. So yeah, it's pretty cool software, and yeah, I just really like it. It's really easy to use. There's you can add sharpness to your videos, so you get a Roxio or an AverMedia, you can add sharpness to make it look a lot better. And if you get an Elgato where the colors are washed out, you can use color correction in Sony Vegas and make the colors look even better. And there's also a lot more features that are with Sony Vegas Pro, and yeah, I recommend Sony Vegas. And the next one that I recommend is Adobe Premiere Pro CS6. It doesn't really matter what version it is. I mean, it's all really the same, but CS6 is the most upgraded one, so I recommend CS6 the most. But I mean, go whatever you can buy, go whatever you can pay for. And yeah, Adobe Premiere Pro is actually what PewDiePie uses. As far as I'm aware, if you want something like him, then go out and get Adobe Premiere Pro. It's pretty easy from what I see in YouTube videos. I've actually used the trial of it before. It is pretty easy to use, but it's nowhere near as easy as Sony Vegas. So I recommend Sony Vegas Pro the most, and Adobe Premiere Pro CS6 coming in at a close second. And that's pretty much it. That's all you really need. There are some things that I do recommend you get, but they're not really required. And those things are a PC headset, or you know, whatever console you play on or whatever platform you play on. So let's say you play on Xbox only, well then get an Xbox headset. Let's say you play on PlayStation only, get a PlayStation headset. Let's say you play only on PC, get a PC headset. Headsets will definitely help you, especially if they're surround sound. It sounds great. And the second thing that I recommend is photo editing software such as Photoshop CS6, Gimp, or Paint.net. These will let you make thumbnails that will attract people into your videos and get you more views. So that's basically it. That's everything that's recommended and everything that is required to start a gaming YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to leave a like and subscribe for more content from me. I'm Gaming God, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.